Jailbirds
Listen,
are up
y'all
1.
dudes that's on the streets, y'all gotta step y'all game up. Y'all are losing to these dudes that's in the damn prison system, okay? I was on TikTok last night and I ran across a live. It was like 4 dudes that was in the feds. Um, so I just tapped in to be nosy to see what they were talking about. Do y'all know it's like it was thousands of girls on there, like being so thirsty, asking these locked up dudes, "Oh, what's your JPay? I want to send you some money. I want to come see you. I want to be your pen pal." Like, has the dating pool become that fucking bad that we gotta reach out to that's locked up for love? And these niggas winning, like they taking all the bad ones too. Like y'all dudes on the streets gotta stop.
Nah, don't listen to her, guys. Guys, listen to me. Don't listen to her. Now, it's not that we're doing anything wrong. It's that they're doing something wrong. And both parties, the guys locked up in jail and the females seeking these men out. And I understand, and I'm telling you, this is only or primarily in the black demographic. You're not going to find this in other races of women because they really don't care to have an ex-con, ex-gangbanger, a robber, scammer. They don't really care about none of those credentials, right? Career criminals, they don't really care. You mean you'll find them, but not as prominent as it is with our group of people. So you wonder why men are going at or white women are snatching them up. It's like, y'all expectations are unrealistic. And let me go on and tell y'all. Now, this is nothing against the guy that's been in jail because everybody makes mistakes. You get that one pass in my book. You get that one pass. Now, if you fuck up and you keep going back to jail and keep going, if this is a repetitive thing and you're not learning from your mistakes, then that's when you start to get the question mark above your head. Put a question mark above your head because it's like, really, what are we doing here? And these guys get out, they have children, and then they go back. And then it's like they just don't get the shit right. Now, you can say, oh, well, the system is oppressing me. From what I've heard, there is nothing good about prison. Nothing, right? The only thing that you could probably possibly, because the thing is, majority of people that go to prison, they don't, what luxuries or what things they could take advantage of, they don't even take advantage of that. So you have some guys that are actually trying to better themselves. They're going to get their GED. They're going to try to, get a trade or finish school, or they have a game plan for when they get out so they won't find themselves in that same predicament. But a lot of dudes are going there to fuck off all that time, right? Calling women, talking to women, trying to finesse people on the outside, worried about what's going on the outside instead of trying to figure out why they got in there, trying to figure out what they should have done differently to not go back, right? But, they don't learn and they don't grow and they don't really understand that this is not the place to be. Now, also, another thing you could take into account is, okay, you keep going back. You claim you like women, but ain't nothing but dudes in here, right? And if you like women, ain't nothing should be stopping you from being on a straight and narrow. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, you claim you like women, but you keep coming back here for years. I'm not talking about no little time. I'm talking about years at a time, right? Decades at a time, right? And if you find yourself back, it's like you start looking at this person like, you must like that boy booty. You must like that boy booty meat, right? It ain't no way. There is no other possible case or scenario. You get what I'm saying? And it's not that the men on the outside are doing any worse or doing any different. They're just not tolerating it for one, and they already know what they come with. So why even get yourself in a situation where a girl got a man is locked up, or a girl prefers, those type of guys, because our women seem to be like they're masculine. They have more of that assertive personality traits or masculine traits due to whatever reason, There could be a host of different reasons why that is, but more so than other races of women. So the thing is, when you get a masculine man already, if y'all both masculine, you're gonna need a hyper masculine man. And usually the guys who walk around all tough and they have something to prove are the ones that are in jail, or the ones that just got out and they're looking to catch another case. Those are the only guys that are going to override their masculine traits. So those are the guys that they go for, not knowing that these men are homosexual, not knowing that these men are, we're dealing with men while they were locked up, not knowing that these men would steal from you or only using you until they get out. They're not taking any of these things into account. All they're looking at is this edge this man has. Oh, these tattoos. He's been in there working out. Oh, he's buff. He's this, that, and the third, right? The majority of these guys are going to come out and they're going to go back. That's the reality of it. Most of these dudes don't get out and try to make something of themselves. They go back to the same environment and then they go back to jail. So they have nothing but time on their hands. And instead of bettering themselves, what do? Fuck off all this time talking and chatting to women, right? Trying to finesse women out of their cash, right? Single women. They got 2-3 kids that their kids' baby fathers are in jail for life or an extended period of time, right? It just makes no sense.
Step y'all game up. Y'all are losing terribly to some niggas in the penitentiary. What? That's wild. And don't be mad at me. I'm just saying. I guess they loving the jail talk right now. I don't know. It's working. Whatever they saying and whatever they doing, it's working. Every other female I know is dealing with some dude in prison. I don't know. But it speaks volumes about y'all dudes on the street.
Nah. That says nothing about who you are. That it speaks nothing. That just shows what type of person or type of female that you are faced with. What we are subject to in this type or this day and age. You know what I'm saying? This is what we have to deal with. If you want a black woman, right? If you're opposed to dating other races of women, this is what you have to deal with. You have to compete with the dudes in jail that are not worth 2 pennies rubbed together, right? These guys are gonna get out. They're going to use these women, abuse these women, and then they're going to do something to land themselves back in jail. Or they're already talking to multiple women, because you got to look at it. They have nothing but time on their hands. And if you're not going to be productive, you'll be doing dumb, like you're going to do what the masses do. Most of the people you're going to be doing, you're going to be caught up in some nut-ass gang activity. You're going to be booed up with some boy, right? What's they call them? They call them boys in there making the time pass. I know a dude, right? He been locked up for a minute. He got locked up for some crazy stuff, like climbing through a girl's window. And we're family, actually. All right, believe it or not. But he had caught a charge. Then he also got time for robbing an ice cream truck. And, when he was out, when we were in school, I already saw this dude. I was like, man, bro, if they come out, I'm not gonna say you are, but if it come out that you are on that side, swing that way, I'm not gonna be surprised, because some of the actions that this guy would just do, I'm like, yeah, man, you wouldn't be opposed to, some of those moist activities. Well, come to find out, some years later, this guy gets into a relationship with the man, 10, 15 years older than him, gets his tattoo or his name tattooed above his eye. And when he's questioned about it, he said, yeah, it's just something to do. And the thing is, he goes after women when he's on the streets. So that is very deceptive. That is very, it's very misleading for you to be one way in, and then when you're outside trying to holler at women. Nah, if you're going to be that way, at least tell a woman up front. But these are the things that we have to deal with, right? And these women, for some reason, like these guys, because they have that edge, or they seem like they are harder than what they are. But in all reality, these guys are the weakest ones of the bunch, right? Because they could not control their emotions. They could not control, how they reacted to somebody. And that all it takes is 1 second. 1 second that'll ruin your whole life. Ruin 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. And you'd have missed, if you had children, you'd have missed their whole life. The whole process. Because of one fatal mistake. Not thinking your actions through, not thinking your feelings through, understanding why you feel a certain way and working through it, rather than, picking up a pistol or something and retaliating against somebody for something that was most likely just a misunderstanding. But people fail to build that communication or that personal development where they have that social interaction or the social ability to be able to, converse with somebody, understand what or how they felt and why and how we can move forward. And it just is something that never gets developed in a lot of people, especially in poverty-stricken areas. But I don't know. But I do know one thing though. If y'all want a one-on-one consultation, link will be in the description, and I will probably pin it in the comment section. I can help you with a host of different things, starting up YouTube, your credit. Just inquire, and I'll reach out to you. Also, I have started the Discord, the one-of-one Discord server. It's open to the public. Join up. You can get some, insight into when I'm posting, when I'm not posting. If you want to have some like-minded people around you and to be able to converse with, that might be the place you want to be at. But I'll catch you on the next one.